Yep, Streamlabs still kind of broken with FB, so we're still doing this the old-fashioned way. No, nothing much to do about it. I'm still going to have to share this with a few. Still gonna share this with a few groups, so give me a minute on that one. Yes, we're going to be doing Midnight Hunt this time. It's going to be, well, it's a bit of, I would say, a blast from the past, except that it's kind of like a very recent past at that. Also, to think that we're not actually leaving the set anytime soon. We're actually going to be stuck with Brutal Qatar. We're going to be and a bunch of other cards for one more year. Though the more I think about it, it does mean that we're actually going to still have quite a few of these staples. I did mention Brutal Qatar, Play with Fire, Fading Hope. Oh my gosh, if you guys are so tired of it, well, on one hand, can get tired of it. On the other hand, they are kind of staple. And my suspicion is that the reason they're pushing this more is really more for paper, because it does get expensive to keep getting the same cards over. It's very expensive to just have cards for just about 2 years and then have to bin most of them unless you plan to play Explorer, Pioneer, or Modern. Anyway, hey, Daniel Davilio Carino, thank you for liking the stream. And hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we're going to be doing a premiere draft of Midnight Hunt. So, this would have been the set that would be leaving Standard, but it's not. Standard has been extended for another year. So it is a good opportunity for people who have recently gotten in, still don't have quite a good amount of the staples. I'm also gonna see if people actually still play this format. We're gonna judge based on how long it takes for this one to fill. This is one of my more favorite formats. Ironically, despite it being a set named after the werewolves kinda did really poorly. They did poorly here, and they also did poorly in Crimson Vow. Ironically, one can say that Innistrad, for limited, Innistrad Midnight Hunt was the zombie set. Crimson Vow, it was named after the vampires, and the vampires actually did quite well. You could actually draft vampires successfully, so werewolves really never got the good run with this. So got and yeah, we actually did get the draft fire up really relatively on time. And with that, okay, so we could go green-white humans. The Coven was actually a reasonable one, so I'm gonna hold on to Catilda. Also, yeah, I did have all of this ready, so I'm just getting gems at this point. I'm also gonna do a quick check on what removal we're passing, and so far it's nothing of note. So pretty much the colors are going to be very open for the most part. We're probably going to try to go white-green. Blue might be fine. There is a Play with Fire in red. We could conceivably splash for this, though I'm trying to remember. I think this might be the set with the allied colored slow lands. But yeah, I would definitely take Play with Fire. Nothing much else here. There is a Candlelit Cavalry, but that's a bit on the slow end. Eccentric Farmer, the same. Yeah, we'll take the removal whenever we can. Speaking of which, we might be forced out of Catilda. Catilda could still be a splash. There's a Dawnheart Mentor, which does enable Coven relatively quickly. This is fine. Burn the Cursed is a bit on the expensive side. We could kind of wait on this one. Not missing much on. We're gonna see if do a check to see if white is getting cut really hard, because if white gets cut hard, that might be an issue, because that's where most of our aggro is gonna be, at least early to mid aggro. Late game aggro is closer on the green side. Also, I want to see. I never really got to draft the Coven deck, so this was gonna be more of an experiment than not. Let's see how good this goes. Ooh, not great. We're passing probably the best uncommon in Dreadhound, and the really good removal spells in Midnight Ambush and Defenestrate. We could push people into black if we go for that, so what would we take instead? Bird Admirer? Not really. Timberland Guide is kind of fine though. There's a Soul Guide Griff XL. This actually is decent, but I think I'll try to keep it as low to the ground as possible. Bird Admirer is fine though. Though I think I want to go more aggro. I'll take the we'll take the Bird Admirer. Okay, now since we're passing on black, and we are going to be forced to take cards like Candle Trap, which is not great. It does buy us time. Yeah, we're gonna still pass on the Candlelit Cavalry. Ooh, the blue black zombies deck looks like it's very open. Do I abandon my first 4 picks and try to go for it? And just pass the Defenestrate for that. Well, since I'm gonna speculate. This one might not pan out, but let's see what cards come true. Okay, as I figured, it wasn't much. So we'll probably take either the Sanctifier or the Ritual Guardian. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them in your graveyard. This one's a bit underrated. The Ritual Guardian is admittedly more useful, but this one does filter through lands quite a lot, so that is a thing. There's also an Evolving Wilds which we can pick to. I'm gonna take the Evolving Wilds here. Otherwise mana fixing is going to be mostly rare, so I still want to keep the Play with Fire. I want to keep the red partially open. That's kind of why I went for the Bird Admirer. We could still go green-red, despite protection from this. We could still go green-red. Splashing white. They're going to be humans half the time if we do go werewolves. Duel for Dominance becomes our other removal. Dawnheart Wardens. Dawnheart Wardens is also quite good. I might have to take this. I might have to take this first, which is really bad because I really want the duel. Because I really want the duel for dominance. Yeah, there's a chance that we're. Yeah, I really don't like that. We ended up shelved. The black picks and the blue pick in the early pack was non-existent. Black picks were it only got kind of consequential near mid. But even then, it did dry up quite a bit. So it could have just been really stacked, except for those picks. Let's assume that this pick is kind of dead already. That this pick is dead, which is fine. Another Mentor, Shadow Beast Sighting. Okay, probably not Ritual of Hope. Shadow Beast Sighting does give us long-term game. We don't need another Mentor. We'll take this. Defend the Celestus, distribute counters. That looks quite fine. Might of Old Ways is actually a very good combat trick though, so I might actually take this over Defend. Though this one is instant speed, so you can actually get people with this. I'll take the cheaper one. Okay, got Field of Ruin. The Candlelit Cavalry did come around, but we also get Blessed Defiance, which now I regret taking this one because Blessed Defiance would be a good pick. I guess we can take Cavalry as a 5-mana 5/5. No, we'll take one Blessed Defiance for now. Kind of need more creatures. There is a Rise of the Ants. That is also technically a creature, so not quite human, but hey, we did get Timberland Guide back. So note that despite 5/5, we're actually closer to 7/3 in non-creatures. We admittedly have non-existent removal, so that's something to note. A Champion of the Parish. Oh, I did not have a complete set of Audric's Outrider. This one would be fine. We are also kind of passing removal in Cathartic Pyre. But I guess Audric's Outrider is a good pick here. Morning Patrol is also fine as well. Have to be a bit careful with our force. We still want to keep a low to the ground 1, 2, 3. We're also looking for removal like Clear Shot. That's something to keep in mind. Hey, Jericho Ilagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Hey. Okay, so this would be one of the hallmark cards for the deck, Contortionist Troop. It helps fill out the coven for the most part. There's also Unruly Mob, which is great early, but this one is great early, great late. Don't need another Might of the Old Ways. Hey, Haunted Ridge. If we wanted a rare, we can get that. I don't have a full playset of this, but I'm probably not going to complete that one. Tireless Hauler, which it's just Vigilance, not so great. Clarion Catarrhs is probably better in this sense. I could just take this in case we do get a random black splash. We are speculating on this, and I could afford to pass this. Hey, you never know if you open a really good black card that I'm opting for. Like right now, I will need cards like Silverbolt. This is probably more reliable than Cathartic Pyre. There is a Candlegrove Witch, which is also good early aggro, but we are really in need of removal. I have to make the assumption that there's a possibility I don't play red. Never another creature. Okay, we'll take the Bereaved Survivor. There is a Dawnguard Rejuvenator, but yeah, we want to keep the curve as low as possible here. We really want to push the aggro. Also because zombies are going to be kind of aggro, though a lot of their tokens are going to be unable to block, so we're kind of taking advantage of that. Hedge Witches Mask, blah, not really. Crossroads Candle Guide, yeah, this is really for exile. I probably will have to take one Soul Guide Grift. Oh, there's also a Path to the Festival. I think we can take one. We can take one for now. So we are kind of creature heavy, which is the good news. And we do have some backups for larger creatures. For the most part, we are still mostly human as a deck. Yeah. Our 8 creatures, they're all... Oh, Lunarch Veteran, another Silverbolt. Okay, the Lunarch Veteran, it gives us a little life gain, which is fine, but this is kind of bad late. Timberland Guide is always good. Mystic Skull, it does give us a good late game card if we're able to transform, so that's actually not bad. I might prefer another Silverbolt though. Ooh, there's a Ghoulcaller's Harvest where it's in your graveyard rounded up. This will justify the splash. I'm willing to take this one. We'll see how it goes. Also, Catilda does we don't get to use mana that way, but we do get to still put counters, so that's quite good. We'll take the Morning Patrol. So now we need to see, the play with fire is less likely now, so we are going to be on the lookout for decent black cards. Not Blade Brand. Might is still fine, I guess. There's a Corpse Cobble. It going that late is telling, because Corpse Cobble is one of the better cards for converting all your decayed zombies. Okay, so realistically our creature count is at 12 and 6. Again, remember 2 of our removal is... Okay, but we are getting all the late game cards. Now we just need this. Now we need to make some adjustments also. Definitely going to try to run the black for the Haunted Ridge. Between Haunted Ridge and Evolving Wilds, we're kind of fine. I don't think we have that many werewolves. Only 2 werewolves, so no good reason to run the Howl quite yet. Ritual of Hope's interesting. Hey, now that's a good reward. Saret is a good one here. There's also an Ambitious Farmhand. There's also a Grizzly Ghoul to keep of note, but we will take Saret here. Harvesttide Sentry is also a decent one. There's also another Morning Patrol. We could take an Unruly Mob, but I think we're mostly main. Yeah, we're very green at this point, so we're gonna take Harvesttide Sentry. We're gonna go green main. Flesh Taker becomes a Sacrifice Engine. Ooh, Suspicious Stowaway. I'm probably just taking this one for the collection. I'm not nothing really for me to play here. I'm just taking this for the collection. Now let's see. Another Shadowbee sighting, another Tireless Hauler. That's too expensive. Plummets go okay for a sideboard. We like only have one Bird Admirer. There's a Baneblade Scoundrel. I guess it's fine as a 4. I might just rather have another Silver Bolt at this point. Oh, okay. We got Can't Stay Away. That's a decent another decent reason to splash for black. We do have quite a lot of 1, 2, 3, so that's a good one. So we are pretty much splashing black. We could just use Evolving Wilds here. We don't really need the and the Path to the Festival. We could just use those two. Probably also gonna I think we can take Lunar Veteran now. We're probably gonna have to still make quite a bit of adjustment here. Burly Breaker probably replaces Tireless Hauler. Yeah, this will replace Tireless Hauler, so this is a fine pick. Also note that I have not been bothering taking the Stuffed Bear. Yeah, because it's not worth it. Actually gonna do a check how many cards with Coven we have. 1, 2, 3, not that many. 4, 5, not that many, but I guess it's fine. I can actually safely just cut the black for now, just go streamline. But I still want to have the option. I think I'm speculating on 1 Return to Nature. We don't exactly have any enchantment removal. It's probably better than another 3-drop, so we'll put that aside. I would like to keep these though, because these can be kind of relevant, and for each creature that died this turn. So this so I have Grizzly Ghoul as an option. Timberland Guide. I'll take the Grizzly Ghoul. Okay, then the rest of the picks are going to be very inconsequential at this point, but we'll try to get as close as possible. Oh no, most likely we'll take the Pestilent Wolf. Definitely take the Plummet on the side. We do have a Duel for Dominance, so we did get another removal spell. I might actually just end up cutting the 3 black cards here at this point. Well, it allows me to cut Path to the Festival as well. Okay, because if I were to cut these, if I were to cut the black cards, and I can just cut Path to the Festival at this rate, because Path to the Festival is put on the battlefield tap, so it does ramp, but it does give us an 8-9 split. We can safely go make it a 7-10. Actually, no, make it a 7-9 plus Evolving Wilds. We can safely go this way. This would be the very safe one, as we would have sufficient removal between Silverbolt, Duel for Dominance. Then the rest of our removal is going to be is going to be based on our spells and combat. So we do need to have a lot of creatures. Yeah, if I was to add the option for black, I would have to make significant cuts, most likely in white. Like, I would cut the Blessed Defiance. I probably cut the Lunarch Veteran also. That will just leave ourselves with Ghoulcaller's Harvest and the Path to the Festival. Probably cut... not so sure what we would cut here. Maybe either the Bereaved Survivor or the Morning Patrol. Probably the Survivor, because this one is very hard to flip unless we have a sacrifice deck. So we'll try the experiment first, because this is the riskier one. So let's see, we cut this. We said we'll probably cut this and this. We will add the path back. So between these two, 7, 8, 1 swamp. Yeah, that would be how we would do this one. Though I'm not so sure between the Grizzly Ghoul and the Can't Stay Away. Can't Stay Away is actually gonna be quite a number too, so this is also an option. Though 13 and 10, realistically 15 and 8. I might actually just cut the Grizzly Ghoul for the Can't Stay Away if I were going to do this, because that's fine. Harvest Tide Sentry is fine. Yeah, we want to have a lot of early game. This one's not early game. These are still relatively early game. Our curve is it's a bit flat for my liking. I'll try this for now. Yeah, it's a 41 card special, but we'll see how it goes. At least I'm if it doesn't really pan out, I'm just gonna cut them right away. But then again, this is my first time in a long time doing Midnight Hunt draft, definitely. But also, I don't remember doing humans. I might be wrong, but I don't really have that much of a memory anymore. Okay, so definitely keepable. Turn 2 Candle Grove Witch into turn 3 Bird Admirer is good. Hopefully we hit the 4th land so we can do Timberland Guide Duel for dominance. Let's see. Does our opponent have the removal that they want to use right away? Usually not, but we'll see. Oh, they did use it right away. Okay. So, but that's one removal spell down. Let's clear the path. Opponent kind of into zombies, but not quite. I think I probably just played. Our opponent might have a counter spell. Let's just get it out of the way. If they're burning it all this early, I'm probably fine with that. Yeah, flip the switch. It would have countered any of our other stuff. Let's just get it out of the way. Opponent into Organ Hoarder. Yeah, this is the zombies deck at work. Opponent having a really good early shot. It's kind of stifled us a bit, so it is a problem for us. Opponent binning lands. So this one, it's the chosen creatures fight each other. So I probably want to Timberland Guide first. Let's see if our opponent got chock full of removal. Yeah, the flip the switch is Static Awakener. Oh, they're actually holding back. Opponent's also not cracking it right away, so that is something. Double check, this is an instant. Opponent's actually gonna just take it, that's fine. Yeah, it's gonna crack for that. Yeah, they still get to draw the card, but we denied the 4/4, which is a good thing. How do you like them? Apples. Opponent goes Midnight Opportunist. Dude, I believe there's an Eaten Alive, so they do have a way to sack a creature, like say, no, Infernal Grasp. Ooh, they are pulling the big guns now. Take the tree. We could just recast this one, or probably. Yeah, I'd probably have to cast this first. It's a 4/4. It does block the way quite well. Also, yeah, our opponent did draw a card from this. Yeah, somehow our opponent, I would say, relatively very good draft based on their opening. I also should check. Maybe I did pass him those cards. Definitely in need of 2 more mana, so preferably 1 more, at least just for the Burly Breaker, but 2 more would be nice as well. Let's see, how much removal did our opponent actually draft? Eaten Alive. Actually, not such a big loss. Not such a big loss, all things considered. Siege Zombie. Okay, hit our 5. Yeah, let's play this. Let's see if our opponent has another flip the switch. Nope. No, they do. No, the removal they have is relatively cheap, so that. And the Morbid Opportunist is just really drawing them a lot of cards. We're gonna have to try to punch through with this Burly Breaker. I'm gonna swing first, see if our opponent blocks or whatnot. But this okay, got through. I could just let it flip. Yeah, we're just buying time at this point. Yeah, we'll unload everything. I'm trying. Oh, Meat Hook Massacre. That would be a board wipe. That would. Though it will also wipe their board as well, but it's also kind of painful if they do it. Okay. Ah, they're just doing this for each opponent loses 1 life. Okay. Sacrifice, draw, not bad. Good sequence, good sequence. So this will slip through their board, so that's something to consider. Opponent goes Falcon Abomination. Ah, classic. Still gonna slip through. We do hit our 6, so that's nice. So hold on, this is gains +3/+3. So we'll just attack with this. I guess I could attack with that also, just to start paring down their board. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it will wipe out all their blockers. Do they have Fading Hope? Oh, he's just gonna chump and ping. That's fine. I am also kind of giving them a card, but it is what it is. Ooh, do they have... Oh no, you need black mana for that. Also, okay. Yeah, let's rise. Okay. So we do have a very vulnerable graveyard. They did have the Fading Hope. Okay, but that only took out half a card, so that's not bad. So we have 4 values, 6, 0, 1, and 3. I can get a 2 if I play this one. I'm more likely to just activate this. This is an... Yeah, opponent concedes. We were going to slip with Harvesttide Sentry anyway, and we would get the activation. Looks like they did not have any meaningful response. I could have also just done it to the Burly Breaker as well. That was relatively close. Our opponent had a very streamlined deck, and let's see, we did not even get to any of our rares. But that's fine. I was actually very worried at first. Yeah, Saret's a good pick. Fortunate the storms aren't hitting them. Oh, you know, there's actually a very interesting story in that one. Like there's a friend of mine was supposed to be going up to Baguio the day before. He was supposed to be traveling, but there were some concerns. His household was a bit concerned that he might get stranded there because of weather, because they had a flight right afterwards that they had to pick up. So that's the thing. It's like we're like sometimes we have to prepare for the worst, and it can be disappointing when the worst doesn't happen. But you know what? It's better that it did not happen. That is a very good way of thinking. Better to prepare for the worst. Yes, there will be disappointment when it doesn't come true, but you know what? It's a lot better than when it does come true. It's still better overall. Nice card for Commander. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I haven't done Commander in quite a while. Oh yeah, as for the ban list, I'm actually suspecting that the number of cards banned, it's either going to be a lot less or a lot more. Torn with Standard, well, same here. Okay, this is... Why am I playing against a... Oh well. Okay, this is admittedly not keepable. Like, I sure have the Silver Bolt, but I will need the third mana. I'm willing to risk it, but honestly speaking, this is very sketchy. I know I have quite a few 2-drops and... Okay, fine, I'll keep it. But this is... But I'm keeping this knowing that it's probably a mistake. And this is going to see if the triple Silver Bolt is going to be justified or not. Okay, not too punished. We'll take that. So turn 3 Dawnheart Wardens or turn 3 Snipe, depending on our opponent's board state. Mystic Skull, okay, we're not sniping that quite yet. Oh, green mana would be nice, but green mana would be nice, but I'll take it. Let's see if our opponent has the Cathartic Pyre. Ooh, triple colors. That will explain the Mystic Skull. This is just mana filtering at this point. Bereaved Survivor. Now, I am gonna play this first. Also note that this will never have Death Touch. This one could still get Death Touch. But Hexproof is a big deal. Oh wait, opponent is stuck. So I'm gonna swing with both. See what our opponent has. I'm sure they have a combat trick of sorts. Loyal Griff. You may return another creature you control to its owner's hand. Sure, because this one's a check on our creatures. Let's see. Do they bounce theirs? Yeah, they'll bounce theirs. So they save damage that way, which is quite clever. I am probably going to snipe it right away, though. And show them that they were back right where they started. Yeah. Oh. Next turn I will play this. That should give us Coven. Opponent might also have the removal, though, so let's keep that in mind. So, Coven not guaranteed. Tavern Ruffian, they bound. Yeah, just soak some damage for now. Also note that the Silver Bolt can just snipe the Ruffian, so no real foul. This one is only an attack trigger, so and the cards have been quite expensive so far, so that's not gonna get through. This one, if our opponent, okay, opponent goes Search Party Captain, draw a card. Looks like an emergency situation if there was one. I can play the Dawnheart Mentor, swing with everything. That's fine. I'm most likely going to just swing with everything. Yeah, let's just keep clearing the board. We should be fine there. Oh, and this flips too. Oh, now we don't have Coven anymore, so we will have to play Dawnheart Mentor just to get our Coven back. which is fine. I'm actually curious what happened to our opponent there. Now they definitely cannot flip this. Yeah, they're forced to play Berry Survivor. We're not going to be able to play Might of Old Ways, but that's fine. So we got Coven multiple ways. And there you go. Opponent concedes. That's actually a very solid push. We slightly got punished. We did not draw the other green mana, so we didn't get to play Saret, but that's fine. Okay. Not bad. Two wins so far, so good. Let's see if we can keep pushing. Yeah, if we had drawn a certain set of green cards, we probably would also get punished. Like, those would be the 5 and 6 mana ones, like the Big Werewolf, the Rise of the Ants. Those need a double green. Wow, it looks like it's only the pros that are playing this one. Okay, super sketch. Yeah, this one I'm more sketched out. I'm probably gonna mull this. Okay, this one's a lot better. We'll probably bin Audric's Outrider. So not bad. Candlegrove Witch into Dawnheart Wardens. Now, opponent might still have removal, but that's fine. We could also play Morning Patrol instead. Unruly Mob. Now this is definitely a white-black sort of sacrifice. We'll see how it... So depending on our opponent's next drop, we know we won't have Coven anytime soon. Another Unruly Mob. Okay, the mob's getting unruly. Eaten Alive on Unruly Mob would be an interesting set. They sacrificed the wrong one, if you ask me. You probably want to sacrifice the other one. Opponent's not going to trade for that, that's fine. We'll play Morning Patrol here. Shady Traveler, Menace, okay. Do they have another Eaten Alive? That would actually be a neat... Oh, and the Exile is actually quite good there. So, yeah, we're taking quite a bit of a beating. None of these have disturbed. Okay, so that's fine. I'm gonna let this hit us first because I want to see what their 5-drop is. Bat Whisper. You're gonna get a 1/1 bat, no way around it. And the fight means that I'm better off not doing Might of Old Ways. I could Might of Old Ways on this one, kill the Unruly Mob before it becomes an issue. But let's pass first. Shadow Beast sighting is actually quite good. Okay, opponent's gonna let it go. So we will cast Shadow Beast sighting. Am I probably gonna trade? Will I trade for Bat Whisper? Probably not, because if ever, I'm probably gonna just trade our Candlegrove Witch instead. We'll take the 5. Let's see. Opponent has a Shady Traveler. It's just Menace. It's not bad. Let's see if our opponent decides to block. They're not gonna block. So, okay. Just play the Harvest-Tide Sentry. I'm gonna have to do a check how much damage we can feasibly take. Though note that we will get a +1/+1 counter on one creature, so I could use this to actually... Let's see how they attack. Okay, they're attacking with everything. So 4, 8, 9. We will block this one. We probably should have no, if we block first, it wasn't gonna go through. Let's see what our opponent has. Tainted Adversary. Oh, they did hit the rare. Silverbolt's not gonna do it. Might of Old Ways. Okay, so if we swing with these two, one of them gets... Hold on. I have to do a check here, because... Yeah, this one deals to target creature. We will be dead either way. If I hold 4 blocks, we are definitely dead either way, so our best bet is to just swing. See how our opponent blocks. No, the bad news is they're forced to block, so I can't just surprise them. I would have been better off if this did not have the +1/+1 counter actually. Yeah, okay, that one dies. Yeah, the unruly mob really just got big. Hold on. Yeah, unfortunately, this only deals target creature. If I had another creature to draw a card, that would have been fine. Yeah, that was a good game. So what happened there? Yeah, what happened was that we needed to remove the other unruly mob a lot earlier. We were just trading too many creatures, so that was a goof on our part. As far as the mana, no, that wasn't a very big issue. I would say that the black did not become a problem, so we're fine with keeping this one. 2 wins, 1 loss. It's bound to happen. Let's see if we can. We can't win them all, but you know what? That is fine. I also have probably gonna need some more exercise later. Actually, I'm thinking there are 2 cards that I'm certain are on the ban list, unless the devs at Arena are also just as vulnerable to fake news as we are. I do suspect that 2 cards in consideration there are probably gonna get banned, and there are very good reasons for that. Okay, let's take a look. Turn 2 Catilda into turn 3 Dawnheart's actually quite good. Okay, black is concerning. That said, as long as it doesn't exile, we can just make sure we can just use Can't Stay Away here. Opponent does have to. Let's see. Do they have? If it's also, as long as it's not exile-based removal, that's the catch. A Vampire Interloper. Okay, it's not exile-based removal. I could play this to get our black mana. Then just tap for this. There's no rush for the black mana. We'll just do this right now. Swing because our opponent can't block anyway. So now we have quite a bit of mana next turn. We can just drop the Burly Breaker and then crack Evolving Wilds. Alternately, we can just play 1 more mana and just start stacking counters on these, and that's also another plan, but I should expect a bit of removal coming soon. Opponent definitely has some sort of start goal. It's just for the zombie token? Okay, zombie token can't block though. Ooh, got Dawnheart Wardens. This is also quite neat. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I definitely want to play this while our opponent's shields down. So we'll play this. Yeah, Catilda ramping him up. Now let's see. Definitely want to play Dawnheart Wardens next turn. Oh, opponent might have removal for the Burly Breaker, which is technically it's fine. We can't stay away it, but it will eat a lot. It will really suck up a lot of their mana in the process. This is also Ward 1. It's Ward 3 if it does flip. Opponent is really incentivized to cast a spell. Triskaidekaphile. Not the best card in the world. Actually, just not the best card, period. It does give our opponent 1 blocker, so okay, maybe it's good that way. Startle. Opponent really trying to draw him cards. Yeah, might as well switch. Okay, let's just crack this for the black mana. So I can swing with these if they ever decide to block one, I'm able to answer with this, so that's fine. And it does flip, so yeah, this one's gonna be really a real pain to remove. It will be annoying. Well, actually no, I'm fine. I'm fine with Meathook Massacre at this point. Opponent definitely gonna hit us for 6. Okay, larger zombie. The Surveil one's probably not that bad. So land, Dawnheart, swing. Opponent's really finding. Now the thing is, because they cast a larger zombie, they don't have a good way to remove this anymore. Got a Pat for the Festival. Let's not play that quite yet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, I can. I'm gonna cast the Dawnheart Wardens first. Swing with just this guy. Oh, they might have removal to take the. Well, it's only just a +1/+0. It wasn't that relevant. No, Startle. Yet another zombie token. Though I think our opponent's definitely dead at this point. Yeah, they're forced. Well, block or no block, it's over. And this is an uncomp. Oh, let's see what their opponent does in response. The ward is going to be the biggest pain. Though technically, yeah, they do the Surveil. Technically, our opponent's not dead yet. They actually still down to 1. So something to keep in mind. We do at least have 1 blocker for the zombies. Opponent needs to start pouring blockers. Also note, next turn I could just swing and just add counters with Catilda. Yeah, the zombie tokens not being able to block is probably it's the most intriguing feature of Midnight Hunt because it prevents just a stall out plan. Grafted Identity. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, sure. Well, so still same thing. I can still swing with this guy. Actually, I will swing with everyone. No, there's no good way around it. And the reason for swinging even with this one is because just if some weird scenario our opponent does have an answer, we can still pump it. Like it really mattered. We knew that we had that in the bag. Oddly enough, we have not played any of our rares. Wait. We haven't played Ghoul Caller. We have not played... Wow, we haven't actually played any of our rares yet. It's nice having them though, but... Did we really need the Black Splash? Would I have been... Okay, but if I did not play those cards, what would I have played in its stead? A Lunarch Veteran, a Blessed Defiance, so basically another combat trick. It does give us Flyer, so that's an option. Just those two, I would then go... No, then there's one other card that I did cut out. Okay, this one's super sus. We do have Catilda, but we ideally still want to have a third land. Finally drew our Contortionist Troop. I would prefer to not Novice Occultist. Okay. Oh, let's assume that this dies right away. That said, we do have 4 mana. We could play Shadow Beast Sighting instead. Opponent does have a lot of mana though. I'll play Morning Patrol. If our opponent has the counter spell, that would be the least annoying one. Now I'm trying to remember what flash creatures are there. There's one at 5 mana. The one that produces a zombie, that's only for alchemy. I'm still gonna hold it up. I don't see a reason to risk it, so yeah, rating hold pounds. Sure. So it's a good thing we didn't play this instead. That would have been a net loss all in all. Only just dinging us little by little. Bait Hook Angler, that's fine. Okay, got ourselves a Silver Bolt. I'm still gonna play this again. And this time we play the Silver Bolt. Much better use of our mana there. I'm gonna... Okay, that was way too fast. Okay, I did not expect that. My guess here is that our opponent had the third color and did not hit it. I really don't think Morning Patrol was a good enough reason to concede right away. Well, we did make our entry fee back for the most part, so that's quite good. That's got to be one of the strangest. That's got to be one of the strangest concedes, but I'll take it. I'll take it. No complaints here. I really need to invest on a new second monitor. I actually got myself a new sound card and mic already, so It's gonna be the second monitor, but the first thing I'm probably gonna invest also is in cleaning up my desk. It's a mess. That one's completely my fault. Okay, turn 3, Bird Admirer, turn... Okay, we have an emergency contortionist troop. So far, we have not been punished by... This might be the time that we do get punished. Also, in this case, I should remember to play the white mana first. Okay, not punished. Still better to play it early. Opponent in the werewolves plan, so hoping one of our 3 bolts come up, one of our 3 crossbows come out. Okay, got ourselves a morning patrol. I'll play the Bird Admirer here because if our opponent's also incentivized to flip, so at least we get to come along for the ride if it happens. Opponent goes Briar Bridge Tracker. Okay, they hit. Nice rare. We hit our Dawn Heartbreaker, so... Next turn we will... So I am actually incentivized to just take damage here because next turn we will get Morning Patrol down. Yeah, the reason I played the Dawnheart Wardens is just to have a blocker for Tracker. Most likely opponent will take. Does our opponent have Tovalar? No, but they're still incentivized to play a spell. Even if it flips their Liberator, they probably don't want to flip the Admirer. Oddly enough, if it doesn't flip the Admirer, we do get to punch quite a bit. Opponent is really thinking deep here. Basically, yeah, Brimstone Vandal. Okay, it's fine. We hit our 4. So this one is at the beginning of your end step. So I can swing with this, but if they block, it cancels it out. So I'm actually going to not block and put a counter on this one. Actually, there's an argument for putting it here because I can then just disturb it to get it back. Clear shot. Yeah, figured they'd have it. Yeah, the clear shot is the spell I wanted. Yeah, now, okay, now we're getting slightly punished with this one. The Grizzly Ghoul is not gonna show up anytime soon. Probably gonna lose this one. Rise of the Ants would be nice. So, if it's neither day or night, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Can I afford to just take 2, potentially 3? Yeah, we can take it. What? Okay, that's cheating. Oh, okay, that's fine. Still smacks it. Not happy with it, if you ask me. This does have Vigilance, so I am free to swing with this, though. And we can do Might of Old Ways for some protection. Okay, sure. Opponent's super incentivized to the Bribridge tracker is not a werewolf, so well, it wouldn't have mattered in either case. Also, this one, protection from werewolves, we can safely block their frenzied trap breaker. So it's really just the damage from here. Well, at least we get to draw a card. Come what may. Let's see if our opponent has burn spell afterwards. Outland Liberator. Okay, sure. Not cool. Cool beans. Flips again. We take one. Sure. No, I could tap. Yeah, we have the 1-2 tree already. We don't have any more coven, so yeah, I'm not that incentivized anymore. And opponent concedes. They probably did not have an answer for Catilda right away, so the Rise of the Ants would go true. We would have undone most of their work. So that was actually pretty solid. Yeah, in terms of rares, the only one that I've consistently played was Catilda. Haven't gotten to play Saret yet. I have no Saret quite yet. No Ghoul Caller. No Ghoul Calling quite yet. Can't stay away. On standby in case things get to worst case scenario, but hasn't quite panned out yet. I don't know, not bad. Right? Yeah, green-white is. I guess green-white is also quite strong in the sense that black tends to get cannibalized in midnight hunt quite a bit. Most of the best removal was there. It would be very easy for me to just force black. I would have been rewarded relatively quickly there. I could have gone green-black in that sense. But green-white was not so bad. That was also a good call. This time we ran out of opponents. Actually, you're just gonna wait a bit. Shouldn't be quite. It was actually a miracle that we did get. Okay, we got our opponent now. Not necessarily a miracle. You're bound to get an opponent eventually. Okay, we're now scraping up the chain at this point. Okay, this one is fine. We got the 1-2 tree. Static Awakener is always a problem. So depending on the situation, I might want to hold up the Silver Bolt. Novice Occultist, yeah, there's a reason to hold it up. Or not. Because I could also just play this. That gives me a 2-1-0. I hit for 2. I'm gonna offer. Opponent's just gonna trade it for a card. Okay, that's fine. Which means I don't have to snipe the Awakener right away. I can safely play Dawnheart Mentor. Definitely on the lookout for black mana now. Plenty of good targets for Can't Stay Away. Yeah, if I do Timberland Guide, it probably for the Candlegrove. Could be a Candlegrove Witch, could even just be for itself or the token maybe. Vampire Socialite Menace. Yeah, definitely holding up the Silver Bolt. So I can swing with this. I'm probably gonna actually just snipe this now. Yeah, because if they swing with it, I would want to snipe with it, but then again, our opponent just has the mana sink for the Ecstatic Awakener. They're just to deal with it right away. If I can hit another mana, I definitely will play Timberland Guide. Oh no, I probably play Timberland Guide anyway. Bat Whisper, but no profit. Oh, we did hit our another mana. This is admittedly quite slow though. I might need to use this to draw a card, but I kind of want to use it on defense in this case. And I probably want to block with this one. Now, if our opponent has removal, I would be, well, then again, it's fine. If they choose to spend their removal on, oh, they're gonna just sack it instead, which is fine. So I do get to draw a card at least, and we can't stay away this time. Opponent plays another Vampire Socialite, sure. So this one is number of cards in your graveyard, which we have 0. Okay, so now we have 1. Also a good can't stay away target, I suppose. Purifying Dragon. This is 1 damage to target creature. Oh, when it attacks. Okay, so I'm gonna offer. Now, technically, it's not a good offer because Dawnheart Mentor just punches through. So let's see. Yeah, let's just rise of the Ants. If our opponent snipes this one, that's, well, still, it's not the worst. Like, we can Ghoul Caller's Harvest to give ourselves a 2-drop. We can't stay away to give ourselves a 1-drop again. We'll take. Mounted Dread Knight. Ooh, quite beefy. I guess I just can't. Yeah, it gives us a flyer. I probably hold back on the. Oh, that's a nice one, but it does eat the removal spell, so we pass for 1 turn. Not bad. Would have been annoying either way. I guess I could have played this one to put the token on something else. 1, 2, 3. 1 more mana, we can rise again. Also note that we probably would have lost the zombie if we did that. Famished Foragers. Yeah, the Vampire Socialite is paying dividends. Yeah, opponent caught up there. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do the can't stay away now on Tim. That's pass, actually. Actually, no, let's do it. Just a bit greedy on my part. Like, does it make it a zombie? No, it doesn't make it a zombie, so I could actually just put it here, just so that it doesn't go right away. We are going to be taking more damage between these two. But now that we got our flyer back again, we can actually still start threatening our opponent still. Opponent really needs... Okay, so 7, 4. We will just chump block with both ends. Now, that's... Yeah, because we would still have a tree, so it's a tree. We would still have a tree left over. Okay, down to 9. Candle Grove, which can slip through for that last point of damage. It really depends. No, Famished Foragers, that's not going to do it. Yeah, Dawnheart Mentor killing it. There we go. Finally, we got to cast the rest. Saret is the only rare we haven't cast now, so let's see if we can finally draw. No, we had one hand where there was one hand where we had it. Okay, no, not bad. We actually finally make it to plat at this time, so good call for end of the month. Just in time, I suppose. So yeah, this. Well, we can afford to lose one more time, but hopefully this would be our last match for the evening. Let's see if we can get all the way through. Ooh, well, do not judge an opponent by their rank, because that usually means a very good match. This one is not really keepable. Like, sure, we got removal, but unless we draw other cards, this is super sketch. I know we can afford to lose once, but let's mull this. Okay, this is actually better. So probably bin the Ghoul Caller's Harvest here. Yeah, because the previous one we did not even have a tree drop to place, so this is a much better one. Okay, we did, and we hit our black mana, so we at least have a tree into a 4. See if our opponent plays anything that's worth sniping. Yeah, it's the judicious use of splashes. Okay, and at least now we're drowning in mana. See if our opponent... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was no... opponent considering. Okay. Next turn, I am very willing to just play this as a 4-tree. No. For each creature that died this turn is also... Opponent plays an Eccentric Farmer. Okay, now we're really flooded. This is not fun. Opponent actually lets it go. So yeah, I'm fine with playing this as is. We need to start exerting pressure. Our opponent just has a Dryad's Revive. I don't remember how good the green-blue deck was. I know it has potential, at least just based on Jumpstart. I've seen the green-blue deck have quite a bit of potential. Shadow Beast Sighting. Okay, so we're definitely punching with this. Wow, we're really flooded. This is not fun. Yeah, we might actually just lose to having too much mana. Eccentric Farmer again. Sure. Ooh, actually, I'd say our opponent has a very solid deck, all things considered. Root Coil Creeper. Yeah, yeah, we're sniping that one. But we'll attack first. Oh, come on! Really? Now, even that is not ideal. Our opponent will definitely have cards that want creatures in the graveyard. Well, to be fair, our situation was not ideal anymore. Look, like I think, yeah, we did not draw. Yeah, it's only the Evolving Wilds that was our otherwise new draw. Everything, and they have Tovolar's Huntmaster. That's an auto concede. Well, good news is we can just chump block this. Contortionist Troop, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. X equals 6, sure. Definitely not swinging. If our opponent has any interaction, we are kind of dead. Yeah, like clear shot would be really bad. Actually, this whole situation is already really bad to begin with. Opponent's gonna actually just flip it. Can't really do anything, and they might even still have a response on upkeep. Opponent lets it go. They do have something. Revenge of the Drowned. Top puts it on. Yeah, we will put it on top. The problem now is that when this attacks, our opponent gets even more tokens. We're not getting past any of those. We would have to chump block all of these just to get this one, but this also has mana to fight. So yeah, we can auto concede this one. We don't have the same amount of removal, and if we drew another Silver Bolt, that would have been great. But we kind of spent, our opponent expected that, so they spent in that situation. It's not like I knew our opponent's gonna have a Tovolar's Huntmaster, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's go for this one. This will be our last match for the night. Will we get our 7x, or will we just be one short? Let's see. Okay, just waiting for, well, currently waiting. That's what it says. Let's keep waiting a little bit. We should be there. Okay, entering our match. Let's go. Let's see if we got our last one. And we really are scraping for opponents now. Definitely keeping this one though. We got the turn 2 into a turn 3. But we're probably gonna lose because we're gonna get flooded again. I'm so sure that's what's gonna happen. Tone and play Siege Zombie, so we're up against. Okay, not bad. We got the 2-3-4 this time, so kind of solid there. Willing to pitch. I'm willing to trade Siege Zombie for Timberland Guide. Opponent has foul play. Okay, not bad, not bad. But looks like our opponent is stuck on mana, so let's keep riding this wave for the time being. Opponent is okay. They're in Desperado mode. If they're cracking that right away. They did hit their land this time. Okay, so we got the mana. Actually, got the mana all the way for a Shadow Beast Sighting Flashback. We just need. I, I'm gonna say we need one more, but we don't need the one more right now. So we can wait on that. Okay, opponent does have that touch. Okay, we will play Audric's Outrider though. So since we know we're going to get the tree, we're gonna get the 3-power creature next turn. Yeah, opponent probably just gonna nuke that. Opponent really. I actually feel bad. Our opponents. Okay, they finally hit their 4th mana now. So. But then zombies are low to the ground deck. They usually are 2 drops, 3 drops. They might have 4 drops like Organ Grinder and whatnot. Oh, massive siege zombies. Yeah, that would explain it. Got Contortionist Troop. So let's see, our opponent can block this. I'm actually going to just play this first. That should dissuade blocks and allow us to play Contortionist Troop on X equals 2. Or if they block like that, I am actually quite willing to... let it go. Now let's do a check. This is a creature I control dice. Okay, that's fine. So X 1 2 3 4 5. Or I can do an X 1 2 to be safe, but let's do just to have removal. Let's do X equals 2. Let's hold up the removal. And definitely put it here. Yeah, just reduce the number of blockers. That should. And yeah, we got our 8. We'll 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll go for a 7 first. So definitely just swinging with these. No, I'll swing with everything. Opponent needs to block, have removal. Even then, they might still be. It does. Okay, Revenge of the Drowned. That's fine. At least this way we still get through for some damage. Opponent nugs us for 1, but then they're really left without blockers at this point. Yeah, let's split the difference. Opponent still hasn't given up, which is actually, well, not a great sign for us. Opponent plays Ludovic. Okay, so that nets them 1 blocker. So I'm going to swing with both first, see what our opponent has. Bloodline Calling, target creature gets -5/-5. I knew to hold the might of old ways. We still had enough just for the 1 more point. Yeah, that was a very close one, but definitely a good one for us. Wow. I was so gonna just cast those, but nah. I was so just gonna cast the Rise of the Ants again, but yeah, we needed to. We probably would cast it anyway if it was any other removal. In that case, it was just that one specific removal we were able to get through. So therefore, so nice haul, 7 wins. Yeah, we can definitely call this one. We'll crack the packs first though. Yeah, definitely a good show. Many thanks for many thanks for sticking together. That was a very good hour. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Hey, nice Kenrit. Maybe I should make that deck after all. I just never been a fan of it, but I'm willing to give it a try. Cage Sun's nice. Now let's see what are all the good stuff we got from Midnight Hunt. Most likely, this is just for filling the set out. Yeah, Hit Fighter. Rite of Harmony. This is pretty much just gonna be lots of gems if I... Oh yeah, I should pay attention. No, it won't be gems because it will tell you if it's gems. So these are cards I actually don't have full copies of yet. It will be ticking up my vault progress though. So... Okay, another Slogurk. So that's a 58.5. 59.5, so each pack's basically 1% here. Hollowed Respite. And we will hit 60.5. No, 60.6, a little bit. Close enough. And get our Mythic. Get another Mythic, not bad. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, good games all around. Many thanks to all those who like. Daniel Davillo Carino, Jericho Ilagan. Yeah, thanks for sticking all the way through. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Do take care. Yeah, and stay safe.